Sunrise glowed across my valley as beehives buzzed steadily behind me. I stepped from my cabin, coffee steaming, enjoying rare, peaceful morning quiet. Miles jogged up grinning, saying trouble signs appeared on the ridge. I followed his gaze, spotting dozens of tents cluttering my open land. More trucks arrived, blasting music, unloading chairs and grills chaotically everywhere. A massive banner read HOA Summer Bash, hosted proudly by Karen. My jaw tightened, realizing she invited hundreds onto land she didn't own. Karen strutted proudly across the field, waving clipboards like a parade queen. She declared loudly, "Ethan's land is community property during major neighborhood events." Miles whispered, "She invited 500 people. Good luck controlling that." Campers hammered stakes wildly, destroying grass, flattening delicate wildflower patches instantly. My stomach twisted as they littered beer cans across my property without hesitation. Karen announced with megaphone, "Everyone relax. Ethan fully approves this grand celebration." I pushed through campers angrily, demanding Karen explain her insane declaration loudly. She grinned smugly, claiming HOA bylaws allowed temporary recreational land commandeering. Miles snickered, whispering she really thinks HOA outranks private land rights. I inhaled deeply, trying to stay calm despite rising fury burning inside. Karen ignored me, passing wristbands, encouraging campers to enjoy Ethan's beautiful valley. Campfires ignited, smoke rising dangerously near dry brush, increasing risk rapidly. My patience snapped as I warned Karen she trespassed boldly without permission. She responded mockingly, saying, "Complain if you want, but event proceeds tonight." Miles whispered, "We have a perfect backup plan buzzing behind the barn." I glanced at rows of beehives, thousands humming, awaiting their moment. Karen began blasting music so loud, birds scattered from treetops instantly. The valley echoed with chaos, laughter, shouting, and crackling uncontrolled campfires everywhere. My hands shook as I watched years of careful land protection dismantled. Miles tightened his gloves, whispering, "Say the word and bees fly." Sheriff Collins called, reporting dozens noise complaints tied directly to my property. I explained situation quickly, and Sheriff sighed deeply, already suspecting Karen's involvement. He promised arrival soon, warning Karen might escalate everything before he arrived. Karen formed a barbecue line right along my irrigation ditch irresponsibly. Grease dripped directly into soil, contaminating months of careful ecological balance. Miles muttered curses, clenching fists, struggling not to unleash bees prematurely. Gehring approached me again, demanding I help serve burgers to her guests. I stared coldly, replying, "You made this mess. You clean everything yourself." She rolled eyes dramatically, complaining loudly about uncooperative landowners ruining community unity. Campers set up speakers blasting heavy bass that shook my cabin windows. I stepped aside, calculating exact wind direction ideal for controlled bee release. Miles whispered, "Perfect airflow today. Swarm will travel straight toward campsites." Karen raised megaphone again, declaring fireworks scheduled despite fire hazard warnings. I nearly snapped, shouting, "You light fireworks here? You'll burn whole valley." Karen smirked, replying, "People love excitement." "Stop being boring, Ethan." Firewood piles grew dangerously close to dry shrub clusters behind tents. Miles inspected hives quietly, whispering about swarm readiness and minimal disturbance needed. Karen marched happily through crowds, acting like queen hosting royal wilderness festival. Children ran everywhere, stomping fragile saplings I planted months earlier carefully. A quad bike revved loudly, tearing across my field, ripping topsoil horribly.
Ow.
My blood boiled, watching property destroyed under Karen's delusional authority fantasies. Miles nudged me, whispering, "Sheriff still 20 minutes away? Hey, bees faster." Karen confronted me again, accusing me of ruining event atmosphere with negativity. She demanded I pay for additional portable toilets she ordered without permission. I laughed coldly, shaking head at her unending audacity and entitlement. Someone launched a legal firecracker explosion echoing across valley like thunder. My heart raced, imagining wildfire spreading beyond control instantly from negligence. Karen clapped excitedly, encouraging more fireworks despite obvious danger surrounding area. Miles muttered, "That's it. Bees need to speak for us now." I nodded slowly, resolve forming solid as steel inside my chest. We approached beehives quietly, smoke canisters and gear prepared methodically. Karen danced with campers, oblivious to swift downfall approaching rapidly. Miles whispered, wind direction perfect, release from eastern row first. I lifted hive lid gently, watching swarm pulse with restless coordinated energy. Miles signaled readiness, pulling smoker aside so bees stayed naturally aggressive. I exhaled hard, whispering time to reclaim my valley. With a subtle motion, I tilted hive, releasing first wave outward. Campers noticed humming first, confusion spreading before panic inevitably erupted. Karen turned around slowly, face draining color as swarm approached rapidly. She screamed hysterically, dropping clipboard, running wildly through tents. Campers scattered, shouting, tripping, knocking tables and grills over chaotically. Miles released second hive, forming enormous buzzing clouds spreading across valley. Bees swarmed coolers, trash piles, sugary drinks, intensifying chaos everywhere immediately. Kieran flailed, shouting accusations, insisting Ethan orchestrated terrorist-level bee attack. I stood calmly near cabin, watching swarms redirect crowd off my land. Children retreated with parents quickly, dragging tents and belongings desperately behind. Campers abandoned grills, smoking dangerously, but bees forced them back responsibly. Yelled directions, ensuring bees avoided animals and safe zones properly. Karen tripped over tent rope, falling directly into mud puddle embarrassingly. She screeched, "I'll sue everyone! Bees are violating HOA safety codes!" Sheriff Collins arrived finally, mouth dropping open, seeing chaotic evacuation underway. He stepped from vehicle slowly, eyes widening at massive fleeing crowd. I approached calmly, explaining, Karen invited giant unauthorized camping event illegally. Collins nodded grimly, saying charges could include trespassing and reckless endangerment. Karen attempted blaming me hysterically, but Collins silenced her instantly, stated firmly, "This land belongs to Ethan. HOA holds zero authority." Karen froze, realization hitting harder than swarms surrounding terrified campers. Collins wrote citations rapidly, handing Karen thick stack containing multiple serious violations. HOA board members approached sheepishly, begging forgiveness after chaos unfolded massively. I refused calmly, insisting they reimburse damages caused by unlawful event. Campers cleared valley quickly, leaving debris trails across devastation they caused. Miles and I set smoke lines guiding bees gently back home safely. The valley quieted finally, peace returning as sunset washed everything gold again. Karen sobbed in car, humiliated beyond repair, reputation destroyed in community. Miles chuckled, whispering, "Bee justice always stings exactly right." I whispered proudly, "Never trespass on the land protected by its swarms."